welcome to this first episode of the third generation of Phantasy Star 3, where I marry Aron.
Oh yeah.
Will you marry me, Aron? I was starting to think you'd never ask. I forgot I'd give her a weird accent. Loon declared Nile to be king of the moon. Dahlia? Dahlia. The war ended and peace settled over Elysia III. Aron and Nile soon had a son they named Aron.
Oh my gosh, a game grump? You're playing as a game grump?
Loon married and had a daughter named Kara.
So close to Cora.
Aron! And Kara grew as peace reigned over all. As the children neared the age of 18, however, the long years of peace came to a sudden end.
As they came to the age of 18, however, they were gonna get it on.
Nile! Aron! Loon! Look out the window!
Okay, what have we got out there?
Look! Another spaceship just like ours!
These are silly looking spaceships.
Why are the ships firing at each other? And it's gone.
Whoa.
These are world ships. They're meant to be like... You're not going anywhere without me! Kara joins your party. By the way, in every third generation, every time you come to a third generation, there's always a variant of Kara to be found.
Huh.
In some variants, however, actually, let me talk to the people before I go in the dungeon. Although the dungeon is what I'm supposed to do, but let's see.
Oh gosh, that ridiculous hair.
They didn't even make him look older. They didn't give him a porn stash or anything.
Porn stash.
Aron, we seem to be at war once again. Take your cousin Kara with you on your quest. Find out what's going on, but be careful.
Be careful.
Look out for each other, Aron and Kara. Yeah.
Come on. There it is!
Aron, please take me and Warren with you. Find out what's happening with these two ships. I'm afraid there's more trouble in the works.
I'm afraid my mustache isn't enough to protect you anymore.
That blast knocked our spaceship out of orbit. It was in orbit? Around what? I'm sure nothing bad comes. This legend tells of wise people in the Sky City that floats over the dome world of ice and snow. You mean Frigidia? Our dungeon has a device that allows Warren to fly.
Transformers?
We're going to get the arrow parts.
Look at the way it walks, ladies. It's a golden.
The enemy's got to attack first. I hate shit like that.
Kara, why did our wolf feast get out of the freezer? We're gonna have that for our feast. Now it's just hanging there. And the gold dragon is just as surprised. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a weird wolf creature!
And Kara gained 3 levels. By the way, Aron has healing techniques, as does me and Kara.
We got
3 healers right off the bat.
We also oh gosh, it's pink now.
Oh, and we've got cyborgs, and we've got cyborgs appearing for the first time.
Weird pink green. It looks even weirder when it's pink and green somehow.
That's quite the accomplishment, actually. But yes, all throughout Prince Nile's path, there was no cyborgs, so on this run, we're seeing them for the first time.
The lower legs on that dragon look completely worthless. It doesn't look like they can even touch the ground. I know they're kind of bent, but they still look too short to touch the ground. What are we gonna fight next? The same crap. I mean, see what I mean? It almost looks like they're dragging them across the ground.
Oh, I never even noticed that before. How many times have we fought variants of this guy?
I know, right? I never even noticed it. I haven't noticed it either until just now. I'm like, what the f... I think the thing was, I was so focused on their mouth being open.
Yeah, me too.
And it was focused on their arms that looks like they're always screaming. They're like, oh my gosh, what is that?
Well, given the enemy variety in this game, I don't blame them.
No vaccinations for us today. Seriously, those things look like needles.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Release the inner gutsman! Yeah!
Laconian Band. Give Laconian Band to...
We're recording this at... Okay, well, it's 1 minute until 1 in the morning. Which, this may be our latest recording session ever.
Laconian Gear!
What do you think? This is our latest?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever recorded this late.
We had,
I love this microphone, though. I'm sure my mom can't hear us, and the microphone's picking us up just fine.
Yeah. Though, for once, you may actually want to use amplification.
I don't know. Anyway, kill that radioactive turkey, chicken, wolf, bat, lion, bear.
Freak show.
Freak.
I love having so many healers, and look how many levels Kara's game. I mean, when we first started this video, she started at level 1.
Yeah. So
look at that. She's level 22 now.
Yeah. So how much of like, have you watched Venture Brothers before?
Yeah, I've seen some. I never got much of a chance to catch a lot of it.
I mean, I saw like a couple episodes until recently, and me and my brother started watching them, more of them on Netflix. They're really fun. The one with the ghost pirate is hilarious.
Venture Brothers always it seemed almost to me like they were trying to do sort of like a parody on Jonny Quest.
Yes, I feel like that's the whole point of it, is they're doing a parody on Jonny Quest.
But it goes into a parody of everything else.
It goes into, yeah, it does. And Race Banner actually appears in an episode.
Really?
Yeah, so Jonny Quest is completely canon in the Venture Brothers universe.
You have just blown my mind.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jonny Quest, you remember that? Oh, the sequel show, whatever, the Real Adventures of Jonny.
Yeah. No, I think it was called The New Adventures.
Oh, The New Adventures. Okay.
No, it would be hilarious if it was called The Real Adventures. Yeah, all that stuff that happened, that was crap. That never even happened.
That stuff that happened that didn't happen. Well, whatever.
I think I watched like every episode of that show.
Yeah, I think that one was for the most part, but even though they completely disregarded what's-his-name's magical powers.
Simsalabim?
Yeah, Simsalabim. That's what he always said.
They had a really funny joke on Family Guy. It was like the I think it may have been one of the Family Guy Stewie movie that I own. Like, basically Stewie's at the security of an airport, and you know, Professor Quest is going through through security. It's like, yeah, Mr. Quest, welcome aboard. Jonny Quest, okay, welcome aboard. And then he gets like to the Hachi, and he's like, Hachi, yeah, you've been chosen for one of our random security checks. So,
oh Oh, I get it.
And it's like, it's because of the turban, isn't it? Yeah, that's part of it. Sim salabim. That is not helping your case.
That is not helping your case.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but I remember in the New Adventures that, like, what was his name? Race Banner or whatever.
Yeah, Race Banner.
He had like a daughter or something, and I'm like, where did she come from? And then I'm like, never mind, I don't care.
Yeah, she was pretty hot, I gotta admit.
But seriously, it was like, because I watched the original Jonny Quest on Cartoon Network, the really old one, you know, and I was thinking in my head, like, where did Race Banner's daughter come from? And you know, it's kind of like,
I think
mind.
they
arrow parts. We found it.
I think they actually adapted her from another character, because there was a girl named what was her name? Do you remember what her name was?
No, I didn't even remember Hachi until you mentioned it.
Yeah,
it's been for ever.
I don't know what her name was. I just know she had red hair. And so there was an episode of the original Jonny Quest show where I think they encountered, they were trying to rescue another professor, and they actually met her daughter, not her, they actually met the professor's daughter, and her name was, I'm pretty sure it was the same name as the girl from the New Adventures, but she was not Race Banner's daughter. She was just some girl, and then it's like, hey, this is an interesting character. What if we brought her back and had her be Banner's daughter?
For no reason.
For no reason, really.
You know the episodes I would always look forward to seeing in that show? The Quest World episodes.
Oh yeah, and
because I mean that was just kind of a thing I didn't see much in shows back then.
And they actually, I remember at the end of the episodes they'd actually show like how they made the 3D effects. Mm-hmm. One thing was in the later seasons they kind of got rid of the computer generated parts. They just replaced it with this weird blurry, wavy type of
it was like normal animation.
It was normal animation, but it was like kind of...
Yeah, and I was like, oh, such a fucking cop-out.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, that's what you watch. And Questworld episodes weren't even that overly common. Yeah. I mean, the advertisements made it seem like Questworld was, you know, going to be a big thing in the show, but it was every so often.
You know, it was...
Oh, you know what villain I remember the most from that show? I don't remember his name exactly, but he was some kind of, like, prophet guy. He would always go, and so it is written in the Book of Rage!
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. He was in the newer one, too. He was in the newer show, too, I think.
Yeah, I'm talking about the newer show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But... yeah,
but he was in the older one.
I think they were bringing back. But yeah, I love that guy because he was just so over the top.
Yeah.
I have to heal a lot. Oh. This is the only time when you actually just start right at this dungeon, so technically my guys are a bit under-leveled. And yet, with all the healers we have, I'm not sweating it.
I actually... And this was after... I think this was after the show was like... The show was still running, but this was like after the toys had been out for a while. I actually own a couple of the new Adventures of Jonny Quest toys. Like, I own they had like a motorcycle, which now that I think of it was a total rip-off of the...
Yeah, Tron.
Of Tron. Exactly. It looks like that thing's trying to give the dead wolf bat chicken a vaccination.
It's like, time for your vaccination. I think it's a little late for that, Doc.
Yeah, I'm already dead and hanging up here. It's like, well, what about your wings? Your wings are twitching. It's like, they're twitching because my axe is embedded in the nervous system. Oh, Gimli. But yeah, I want to say about the toys of... And this episode might as well be called Jonny Quest something, because we've been talking about it forever, but The funny thing
well, at least we actually have a discussion topic.
The funny thing about the toys was that they didn't have, you know how Johnny and Hachi and them all have their regular clothes that they wear in like almost every episode, and they're the same damn clothes.
Yeah, that's just animation syndrome, really.
That's why I like the fact they mix it up in One Piece. But in the toy line, they actually only made one set of figures that had them in their regular clothes, because everything else was Africa Adventure Jonny Quest and scuba diving Hachi, you know what I mean? And
really?
So they didn't have them in their regular clothes. The only time I think they made toys of them in their regular clothes was it was like a Pizza Hut thing, which is weird because Pizza Hut doesn't usually have toys, but they had like a toy giveaway where you could get them in their regular clothes.
Huh.
This is like back when they had that silly Pizza Head guy. Do you remember that? He was like a ripoff of Mr. Bill.
Oh yeah, the pizza cutter guy, Steve.
Yeah, the pizza cutter guy, Steve.
No!
It's like Sluggo and Mr. Bill. This is just seriously just a ripoff. But
you know what's funny though is we have a neighbor named Bill, and one time my mother went, "Oh no, not Mr. Bill," and I'm like, "What is that from?" And she goes, "I'm not sure. I think it might be from that South Park show or something." Which, you know, she hates South Park, by the way.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, Leia has gone back to sleep in her palace. Perhaps she would join you if you asked her. That's the next thing we'll be doing. Who knows what the spaceships fought about? They fought about what side their butter...
Oh, so we should probably end the episode whenever you're ready.
Yeah. I'm gonna be heading to the town and say it really won't take long for me to get there. Although, once I like those arrows.
We're going into the bubbles.
Bubbles. Actually, before I end this episode, well, nah, we'll have a chance to show that off in the next episode.
Okay. Whoa.
I don't know. I think she looks hotter with the purple boobs.
I think she looks radioactive. Glowing green hair. We all have green hair. Well, except for the cyborgs.
No, yellow hair. It's kind of yellow.
It's kind of lime green.
Lime green, yellow, whatever. Long, beautiful hair. Alright, so we'll be ending this episode right here. And, yeah.
Yeah. See you next time for more quest action. For actual quest in the... Never mind.